Hey there, thanks for tuning into DuckBricks. I'm Chris, and on my recent trip to Bill in Denmark, home of the LEGO Group, back in September, I got a chance to attend Scarebic Fan Weekend, which is one of the biggest LEGO conventions in Europe, where I got this strange thing. So what exactly is this? Well, this is a LEGO System Soccer Sports add-on pack. It is actually fully sealed. It got a little bit crushed in transit, but it was fully sealed when I bought it. And I don't really even know what exactly is inside of this. I'm pretty sure it's going to be what's on the box, which look to be two big base plates, I guess some minifigures, and maybe a goalie stand, but it's just such a weird thing. I figured why not do a full-on unboxing on video, and so let's jump on into this review of set number 880002, which I don't even think is on Bricklink. This is some sort of German LEGO football expansion set. So this is set number 880002. It is a very, very large box, and I'm very curious to see what's inside. On the back here, we do have a bit of a hint as to what to expect. I believe we get some arrangement of these minifigures, as well as two specially printed base plates. I'm excited to see this, so let's finally open this up. I've been carrying this around for months, and I've been waiting to open it until I can actually do it on video. And so, let's take a look. Interesting. Okay, so that is a kind of super pack box. I've never really seen a box quite like this, but inside are some unique LEGO items which have their own packaging as well, which makes me believe that all of these items were probably sold as their own individual items at some point or another, but then LEGO decided to just package them all together in one package to be able to be bought all at once. Now, the really interesting thing here is that obviously, as you can see, we have these very large base plates. These are all fully shrink wrapped. Now, it does showcase that you have like minifigures representing different teams there, so I'm not quite sure what the story is behind that. But if you zoom in on the packaging here, you'll notice that the minifigures don't have any prints on the torsos, and this was a time where presumably they were actually going to have you put a sticker on the torso to allow you to customize the minifigures themselves. I don't know if those stickers are present in the set. They might be in this, they might be in the box, but I'm very curious to see exactly what lies ahead for this. And this, of course, is its own set, 3303. It's kind of a sports goalies, I guess, and the guys who call out red and yellow cards, and of course you have the goals themselves, so that's its own thing. But I'm going to start off by actually opening up these base plates because this is really interesting, and I'm very curious exactly what this has in store and how they actually have this printed, which is super cool. Very rare to get a printed base plate, but here we are. This was kind of the Wild West of LEGO doing all sorts of crazy stuff. It looks like there's a perforated line where I can just go ahead and open this up and take a look at what's inside. Now, I don't really know what exactly I'm going to be doing with this because I don't really have a huge display for LEGO Sports, but I feel like this is something that could belong in my future LEGO museum, which I really want to open up one day, so that is really why I got this. Now, this is very, very unique because it's a 48 by 48 base plate, or at least that's what it seems to be, but it has all these really interesting markings and printings on it, so let's open that up here. Now, first of all, I'm going to get the base plates out of the way. There's just a sheet of cardboard here. I might actually keep this because this is a pretty cool packaging for it, and on the inside, we've got I guess this is like an instruction manual of sorts of presumably what you can do with it. So I guess the idea is that you purchase multiple copies of the stands and you get a ton of figures and you can populate it with your own figures. Aha, and there we go. Now we have a ton of stickers for the torsos here. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of stickers. I might actually keep that intact. I don't know if I want to start putting these stickers on. Again, this is from 1998, but you can see all of the different sports add-on sets. I know I actually do own this one. I definitely own this one as well, so maybe we can start putting a diorama together. It's pretty cool. They even have like a health one where you can actually transport injured players, which is funny, but yeah, that's pretty interesting. And it seems like they have some sort of a game out of it too, where you roll a dice and you do something to actually try to kick the ball around. Interesting. So that's pretty cool. I like how this is kind of a full-on advertisement and way to combine all of the LEGO sports sets. Let's actually now open up the box here because, oh man, I almost don't want to open the box. It's like such a nice little package, but yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and open this guy up and take a look at what's on the inside. Now I'm curious if the Stickers for the torsos, yep, so they also have stickers for the torsos for these particular people as well. I can probably build this pretty quickly on camera because I really do want to showcase the building experience for something like this. Again, this was from the era where LEGO would actually have the torsos attached to the heads to start with, which is very interesting how they did that. Nowadays, obviously, they would never attach the heads on and they have you build it themselves, but also nowadays they would definitely never have stickers for torsos instead of torso prints. So this is really cool. They kind of are fresh out of the box, brand new. Building a sealed LEGO set from 1998 is kind of crazy. And then here's how the stickers go on, where you just peel them off and you just very carefully apply them. It feels very weird putting stickers on minifigure torsos. Like, I'm not used to that whatsoever. I think the last time that LEGO really did something like that was with the LEGO Space Skulls and Star Justice set, where that was kind of a fan-created model, so they just had you create the minifigures out of plain torsos and then put the stickers on afterwards. But overall, very strange to see LEGO actually have you put the stickers on. I'm very glad they don't do this nowadays. Like, I think the stickers on torsos do look kind of cheesy. Like, they are very clearly stickers. When the minifigures are done, you can clear their torsos are stickers. Like, you can clearly see they're stickers and not prints. So, yeah, not a big fan of that, but I do understand it, at least for this, because for something like this, you're trying to actually be able to customize the minifigures themselves. So, I sort of get it, but I still definitely feel that maybe they should have just had them as regular minifigures, and then you can maybe buy different packs of customizable minifigures that way. I don't really know, but yeah, otherwise the goals just come together really easily. Super, super simple, just the way that they are set up here. You get a net, and you kind of wrap it around here, so you've got both ends of the net just going around the goal, and that seems to be how it's set up. And it's super simple, like that just kind of sits there, it seems, so I wonder if I'm missing anything in terms of the way they want these to be stood up. Interesting, yeah, this is not how it is on the box art. The box art shows it as these are just flat on the ground, but here you actually have a base for it, so that's interesting. I don't know why the art of the polybag and the instruction manual is inconsistent with the actual thing, but again, this is a very weird set. Like, this is probably one of the strangest LEGO sets that I could ever be showcasing just by the nature of how it's set up. But yeah, there's one goal there. Alright, that's pretty solid. You've got a nice net to kick the ball in, and I guess this goes on either end of the actual stand there, so that's kind of how this comes together. You can see that right here, and this also does come with a ton of flags as well. So again, I am going to personally leave the stickers off the players because I feel like the players should just be left alone. In fact, I might actually keep the polybags sealed because they are just standard minifigures, so I don't really know if I want to mess with the polybags, especially because they're pretty rare sealed, and the minifigures inside are not rare at all, thankfully, because they are just using plain torsos and prints, so you're not really doing anything special with the minifigures inside the polybags themselves. But I do want to showcase the field because that is quite an interesting thing to showcase here. Let's just get that fully wrapped up. There we go. I think that should be good. Okay. And then, let me see. Oh, so that's interesting. That's not on there either. Okay, so that stays on. This goes off. Oh, weird. Okay, so that's just allowing some slack for the net, I guess. Interesting builds. Definitely would not fly today. They're kind of flimsy, fragile, and strange to put together, but you know, that kind of sums up this era of LEGO. So those are the two nets right there. You've got a ton of flags, which you can just clip on super easily. Kind of wish they provided stickers for the flags, to be honest, although I guess these are penalty flags and not really supposed to represent any particular sports team, so maybe that's why they didn't actually provide stickers for those. But they even have like the special cards, so you can like red card or yellow card someone, which is really funny, and they still use the 1x1 pieces to this day in the LEGO collectible minifigure series. We just got like a referee who literally uses these 1x1 pieces as the cards, so I guess some things in LEGO never change. The cool thing I want to showcase, though, are these. Like, setting aside the polybags, this is so interesting, isn't it? Like, look at that. You've got two different base plates that are printed identically, but you have two different sides of the field. It is a wide open area to pose your minifigures. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these, but I just had to pick them up because they are so interesting, and I feel like this does make for a really interesting plate where you can just kind of have minifigs be running around and doing stuff. Maybe this ref right here is trying to be one of the players himself, but yeah, you can just do all sorts of crazy stuff with this, and I like how this is kind of a starter set, which gives you a couple of different players, 2 members of a blue team, 2 members of a white team, as well as the goalies here, so you've got like 2 goalies here as well, and then you can just kind of go crazy from there. They do all have the same hair pieces, just in different colors, like they're just basically all using the same hair pieces, so I do find that a little bit funny how they just have basically the same hair and they all look identical, but you know, I think it works for its time, and this definitely does have that classic and vintage feel to it. Overall, very, very interesting set, very strange set as well. The soccer balls come in one set, the minifigures come in another pack, and it just all comes together in an interesting way. I'm glad I was able to open this up because it is a really nice piece of LEGO history. You even have a catalog advertising some of the other, oh man, some of the 1998 LEGO sets of its time, which, wow, look at these beauties here. Aquazone, Adventures, Fright Nights, Insectoids, Rescue, World City, Extreme Team, and Western. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Just this whole spread is really cool, and on the back you have a big poster for the LEGO City system, so really cool to see some nostalgic love for those older LEGO themes there, but overall, interesting set. I probably would bet that I'm one of the only people who have ever quote-unquote reviewed this set, because I don't know if many people even know of its existence. I didn't even know of its existence until I saw it, but it's just kind of a weird thing to be able to get. I always love picking up strange LEGO sets, and I'm glad to add this weird LEGO item to my collection. Let me know in the comments if you own any of these. I know a couple of people who have told me they own other language versions of it, which is pretty interesting because obviously this did come in different languages, but I'm super curious. What are your thoughts on a set like this? And do you wish LEGO would do more sports add-on sets like this, where you could buy individual sets and make a whole playmat? Because I feel like that is a really fun concept. That's all for this video. Just kind of a strange, quick look at this unique LEGO set, and I hope you enjoyed. Alright, and with that we have summed up our look at this very strange LEGO football soccer expansion set. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of the set? If anyone owns this or something like it, do let me know. I'm really curious about more information about these. I know that versions of this exist in different languages. I did some research online before making this video, and I saw a few copies of this online, but with different text and different languages and apparently different contents as well. So I'm quite curious what exactly these are from. Were these like online only type of things, or could you find them in stores? It's just a really interesting thing to get those printed base plates, but I hope you enjoyed this look at a strange LEGO set. Thanks for tuning in, and bye for now.